women in America. A lot of people don't know that, but with a little education, you can protect your heart health. The American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign is calling on all women to get involved in this movement.
Today is National Wear Red Day, hence Greg with the red tie, me with red shirt. Joining us this morning is cardiologist Dr. Suzanne Steinbaum. She is the Director of Women and Heart Health at Lenox Hill Hospital and a spokesperson for the American Heart Association. And Lalina Franklin, she is a survivor of heart disease. Thank you so much for being here. Lalina, what happened to you? How did you know something was going on with you?
I didn't know anything was going on. I went for a routine checkup, and we were going to be going away on vacation the following week, and Dr. Steinbaum looked through my file and said, you know, you should have a stress test. I said, do I have to really do this right now?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 59 next month.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so you never had a stress test before?
Well, I had a stress test, but you know, like once a year or whatever. So she just has me do the stress test, and then she says, you know what, I need you to do another test, and another test.
Oh, boy.
So by the time we did 3 tests, she said, in fact, I didn't even get to leave the hospital. She calls up on the phone to my husband and says, she's going to got to be checked into emergency. I said, what? I want to go home. I've been here all day. She says, no, you're not going home. You're going to go in the hospital. And the next morning, I had a stent put in.
Dr. Steinbaum, you know, the impression is men have heart attacks. Men are the ones with the clogged arteries. Not so.
Not so. One of the things about Lalina that was so interesting, and one of the reasons I pushed her to have a stress test, she was complaining of jaw pain and neck pain at the time.
I always have neck pain. What is it? You sure? Like, how does it differentiate itself from, you know, not sleeping well?
Well, here's what was so scary. She was in physical therapy for her neck pain, and every time she was on the treadmill at the time, her neck pain would get worse. Oh. She would rest, and it would get better. Now, in men, we often think of heart disease as that crushing, you know, Hollywood movie chest pain. In women, it's often different, and it could be jaw pain, neck pain, back pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, and she had one of those weird sort of symptoms.
Let me ask you something. This is news to us that women can suffer from this. Is it news in the medical community sometimes? Your colleagues, your other doctors out there, are they as aware of this as they should be?
Well, I think that the awareness is getting better, but I think that's a great question. We have seen that there is a discrepancy in treatment between male patients and female patients when it does come to the heart. And that's part of what the Go Red movement is about. It's about women taking control over their own health, empowering themselves to understand that heart disease is their #1 risk, that they need to tell their doctors and need to be a little more proactive about getting help, because you're right. Sometimes the doctors aren't paying attention to it as much as they should be.
Well, listen, Lalina had pain, and you were living with it. You had no time to deal with the pain?
No, I never thought it had anything to do with my heart. I mean, I thought had slept funny. You know, you sleep funny sometimes.
Right.
You get a neck pain.
I'm a woman. I don't get a heart attack.
Right.
I don't have angina.
Right. So what are the symptoms that women need to look for?
They're really strange, and I'm going to say this and everyone's going to start panicking. Don't panic, but it's flu-like symptoms, fatigue, shortness of breath, back pain, jaw pain, neck pain.
The jaw pain, how do you distinguish that from TMJ and jaw pain?
Well, sometimes it's difficult, but I would say if there's a change in your activity, if you're getting this pain when you're exercising or active, and it gets better when you're resting, maybe that's your heart.
Stuff to think about. Consult your doctor, and hopefully your doctor is consulting this doctor.
That's right.
Knows her stuff. Lalina Franklin, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Doc, thank you so much. We appreciate you for being here, Dr. Suzanne Steinbaum from the Heart Health at Lenox Hill Hospital. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.